What up, Herd? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives as well as store exclusives that were just announced. And with us, as always, Mike, Dale, how are you guys doing?
We are great.
Yes.
We are doing really well. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
It is. We are getting amped up for Christmas, and we are all kinds of Christmas in this house right now. So it is fun for the first time. This guy knows what's going on. He wasn't naughty. He wasn't nice. He did his best.
I love that you guys are wearing like a festive T-shirts.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just we're on break. Hooray! Finally. Oops. Sorry about that. So that's nice. And I am really, really excited to get into the deck tonight, considering that I did not look at it ahead of time. So I don't even know what we're talking about today, which is kind of fun.
Nice. You're going to be in for a treat. So we'll see. What about you, Big Rob? How are things going?
It was a great weekend. This morning, I barely moved and I blew out my back. So I am in severe pain.
Man, well, I'm glad you're here with us, so, man. And hopefully you took some Advil or something a little bit stronger to help you out with that.
I haven't. I should.
Those are mine.
Go get yours.
I want this one. I want to do.
I think Dale wants one too.
He wants a CBSI hat. Doesn't everybody want a CBSI hat?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. I want one.
Yeah.
Dale, do you want one too? You want to wear your dad's?
This is a relic. They made these once like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. Yeah. I'll have to.
All right, and we got Jeff. Jeff, how are things going?
I knew I was muted for a second, so I had to give me a second. No, I'm good. I'm sorry. Here a little late, but am I echoing?
You are, but you're here, right?
Oh, yes.
And that's what's important.
I hate
All right,
traffic, and it's going to be a long month for me, so.
A long month?
Long.
This month is almost over.
You kidding me, dude? I have to go to work every day.
Oh, no.
Like, into work, sorry.
There, Daddy.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, what's going on, Dale?
He's pissed because I didn't write his name in the box.
He goes, I'm not there. Why am I not there?
He is on the show, Mike.
Everybody knows who you are, buddy. They want to see you. They don't want to see me. Nobody wants to see my name. or hear all my mean comments about Peach Momoko.
Oh my God! All right, guys. Before we get started, again, quick shout outs to our Team Nerd Herd moderators. We have Rudy, Wong, Deanime, and Glenn. Thank you guys so much for being great contributors to this wonderful community of ours. And also big shout out to Eddie, our DJ. Thanks so much. Let's dive into the chat before we get started with the deck. And as always, was Mr. GT Comic. What is going on? Thank you for stopping by as always. And then we have Wong. Thank you for, again, being yourself and jumping in the chat as always. And then also Copy. What is going on, dude? Hopefully we have some good books for you, Copy, that you're going to approve, hopefully. But yeah, I guess right. we'll see.
No such thing.
And then with us as always, we have Sticks. What is going on? And then Trish, thank you for stopping by. Like, Yeah, how was Disney World?
Oh my gosh, I've been keeping up on your Instagram. So many cool pics. Yeah, you had a great time, clearly.
Oh, for sure. And I love all the food stuff too.
I saw the treats. Yep.
Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Apollo, first baby, yeah. And
She's
we
getting some
also have,
ideas for her dark ride stuff.
oh, for sure. Look at that. Steve, what is going on? Oh, look at that. Rudy. How's it going, Rudy? And looks like we might be all caught up with the chat. All right, guys, let's just jump in. Let's just get in there and take a look at everything. Here we go. This week's incentives. And again, these are the incentives for this week. So they're coming out on December the 21st. And the first one we have up is Catwoman, number 50. We have a 1 in 25 by Tula Latoy and a Sozo Maeka 1 in 50 foil variant. Just so you guys know, this is, she does have the cover B, which is the cardstock. And again, this is just the foil variant for that one. All right, guys. Big Rob, I know you're in pain, so let's just go get it over with. Come on. Who would you pick?
Yeah, just kill me. What's my pick? Honestly, I will go with the Sosa Mica. I just love the actual art itself. There is a color one that I would prefer over this black and white one, but since we are picking incentives, of course I will pick the Sosa Mica black and white 150. The two, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. It's a good piece of art. It's really actually excellent art, but the Sosa Mica, she kind of always brings the heat when it comes to Catwoman. She never really lets you down when it comes to this character. This is her bread and butter. And I'm a little surprised she's actually back on it so soon since her legendary run at this point on Catwoman. So yeah, it's good. That's the pick. That's just obvious. Just all her line work, her everything she does, her design, everything about it, it's perfect. It's really well done. It's but like I say, I prefer the color one over the black and white, but that's the winner.
All right, thanks a lot, Big Rob. What about you, Mike?
So I like first of all, am I breaking up?
You are not. You're
all good.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I like them both. Actually, like there's a regular cover for this I really like this week too. But the Lotte I like all the way down to the waist, and then the legs look funny to me. I don't know why. They look a little like Plastic Man-y to me. So, but I love the rest of the cover. The Sozo is awesome. I love the diamond in the mouth. I have a feeling, although I haven't looked it up this time around, I have a feeling this one actually looks pretty cool as a foil, considering there's a lot of shine to the art. I have a feeling that the foil might actually assist in this one. Although I've seen the regular B version of it, and that looks great too. And I am of the mind that why spend $50 on this when you can spend $5 on that? I'm not really sure I see the premium that anyone would want that one for, but I think it's the better cover. I mean, the eyes alone are incredible. So I'd go with the Sozo as well, but I'd go with the $5 version rather than the foil version.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah, yeah, the Lotte is good too, but yeah, kind of like Mike said, there's something wrong with the limbs. And I kind of don't like the pose that she like. I kind of get what she's going for, but it feels like she's gargling salt water. You know, like the Sosa Maeka definitely wins for me. I especially love the details in the background. I feel like it's like a board that she has like stuff pinned to, and she's got the Home Alone plan in the background. And then I love that she always draws, like, I think she really loves Michelle Pfeiffer because she really draws her Catwoman pretty darn close to what she looks like. And she, like Mike said, she had to change it one time because it was too close to her. So yeah, I really dig that. I, like he said, the diamond in the mouth, the eyes, but I also like the the makeup detail on her eyes as well, like the shadow and everything.
You like that smoky eye there, Jeff?
Yeah, the smoky eye, like, but she put the details in just enough for you to see it, but not overdo it. So I really like that. Yeah.
No, and then you guys is right on. I mean, even Styx is saying the same thing. I mean, hey, this looks like Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
The cover I was mentioning before is the cover C, the Stepan Sajic. You guys want to check that one out. And the decal for the A cover is also pretty hot too. And both the Sajic and the decal are both bondage covers as well.
Oh, there you go.
Which of course she's in handcuffs in both of those.
Yeah.
So behind her back. So yeah. That's a thing that people collect. It's not a thing that I specifically collect, but it definitely does add a touch of collectability to those two covers as opposed to these two covers. But just tossing that out there. I've heard this book actually sucks to read, so to have 5 solid covers for it is pretty incredible. But yeah,
nice. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We have Mary Jane and Black Cat #1, and this is part of the Dark Web event that's going on with X-Men and Spider-Man. We have a 1 in 25 by Lobos and a 1 in 50 by Paulo Siqueira. So hopefully I said that correctly. I'm sure a Big Rob would help me out with that. So Mike, Deo, what are you guys' thoughts on this one? Which one would you guys pick?
Deo's having a little bit of a 3-year-old moment.
That's understandable. I have those moments as well.
Yeah. So I really don't like the Paulo Siqueira, or however you say that. I do like the Lobos, but the Lobos, man, he's really trying too hard to be Adam Hughes. And he should just go in his own direction. I think he's got his own style, but I'm only seeing all the Hughesness of it. So while I love it and it's a cute cover and the girls look good and everything, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I would pass on both of these. If I have to pick, it's the Lobos. But I really wouldn't buy either one of these. I really don't like artists that try to be other people. Just do your own thing. Stop trying to tap into another market.
Okay. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah. The Paulo, I mean, the Mary Jane is okay. That's the only, but the rest of it just really not. So definitely would pass on it. And I definitely see what Mike's saying. I was like, who does this remind me of? And it's got the Adam Hughes filter. So
and it's that outline too, right? That black outline that Hughes does.
The dark outline. Yeah.
Greg Land does it too. So I don't know, maybe it's a Land thing rather than a Hughes thing, but either way, it's clearly not a Lobos thing.
Yeah, but then he puts that filter on it, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Kind of smoky filter, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it's the better one. So I guess, like you said, I would have to go with the Lobos, but yeah, I would definitely pass on both of them. Well, I definitely am passing on both of them.
Okay. Big Rob.
All right, so I was going through the cover.
Oh, Big Rob, are you there?
Did Big Rob freeze?
I think he did. It might be his back. His back is causing his whole body to freeze. I think that's what it is. To freeze. There you go.
It's my security thing that pops up, freezes my computer every time. All right, these two covers, I'm with Mike. They're both kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. For me, they're boring. They're generic. I would walk by them on the rack and just look at them and like, okay, whatever. It's just another modern comic book cover. I've seen this a billion times in the last 5 years. So I would definitely pass up both of these. But if I had to choose and you put a gun to my head, I guess the Lobos, I'll fork over my $25 to not shoot me in the head. So because it is literally a copy of Adam Hughes' art. You literally just copy his art. It's literally the same shit, just different guy. So the girls look good, the outfits look good. At least it's not the traditional outfits they wear, at least for Black Cat. She's not wearing that puffy 1960s jacket, and her, the little puff around her boobs and her neck and stuff. So yeah, I prefer that. It's decent. Both covers, the art is fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's just generic as hell, and I would pass on both. But Lobos is the better one.
Okay. All right, gents. Thank you so much. And the next one we have is for Savage Tales Winter Special. We have 1 in 10 by Raphael Kayanen, and then 1 in 20 by Arthur Sudam. So, Jeff, which one would you choose?
Damn you.
I love it. He knows. He does. He has like a little list. He knows who he's going to go with first. It's like Mike has too much to say about this, so we're going to go with Jeff first.
God, there's nothing. I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with both of them. Goodness, they're both pretty cool. They're totally different style. Totally different style. But yeah, I actually agree with you. I would pick the left one as well. That face is crazy. How realistic that looks. It looks like a photo. But the one on the right's pretty dope too.
All right. Seeing as how Big Rob is working on some things. All right, Mike, hit us up.
Okay, so before anyone chooses, you should know that the Dejasaurus on the right is actually a reused pose and art. He's basically homaging himself again for the third time. This was originally the 2000 and I want to say 7, I forget. Savage Tales Red Sonja is the first time this was used. And then just a month ago, he used this again for a Vampirella cover. I don't remember what title, because there's like 7 Vampirella titles, but whichever one it was. Now, that said, he does change it actually relatively a lot, although it's hard to tell that. Just if you had them side by side, you kind of never know. You'd have to look close, but the faces are all different. Lots of different costume things and all that. This one shows the most skin of the 3, that's for sure. And the Red Sonja, which was the first one, is perhaps my favorite modern cover of all time.
Ooh.
It's really, really close. It's a top 10 anyway. And it's tough to see him sour the brand a little bit on this, but I'd still say that I've got to go with the Art Sweetam, however the hell you say it. Just because it's the original thing that I liked so much. But again, I really hate to see things diluted like that. The Kayanin is cool and different, which we don't see very often. Different's hard to do with these kinds of characters. But the problem with it is I'm looking at it going, I don't know who the hell that is. You couldn't pay me to tell you what book it was based on that picture. It could be anybody on any book from any brand anywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. I have to go with the Sweetam or Sweetam, however you say it.
Okay. All right, Big Rob, you're back. Which one would you choose?
Yeah, my back. Both are the same book, right? Savage Tales Winter Special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one it's you would never able to tell they're the same book. They look completely different. So I gotta make this in layers. So the art itself is fine on both books. I agree with the guys on every aspect they pointed out. The one on the left is so different. It's interesting. It catches your eye, and I get it. And on the one on the right, it's beautiful. It's well drawn. The lady's pretty. It's awesome. But for me, I don't know. It's when it comes to like beautiful women, and when they always draw them really beautiful. It's cheating in a way. It's almost like softball. They're throwing softballs at us because we're men and we're presupposed to just like the stuff automatically. So it's like that's why I always when I'm picking books and going for the show, I get to Dynamite. I don't even look at it because I know I'm gonna like the majority of those covers. So I don't want to just put Dynamite in the whole damn show. So I leave that to Alonzo. I'll let him pick.
There's plenty in.
Yeah, so it's like I go to other stuff. So it's just I don't know. I have this kind of weird angle it nowadays. I'm kind of like over it, the sexy girl vibe thing on the cover, and Dynamite just does that. That's where they're best at. That's where they're good at. It's just so much nonstop 50, 100 covers every week that it just, to me, it's like, it's the that blank screen on an old TV. Just it's just white noise. It's so, but it's they're I could see why they're beautiful. It just I just don't. I'm beginning not to like these covers, and it's like pretty girls on the covers. So if I get to choose a cover, just because it's so fucking different and weird, I'm like, why is there some Asian lady surrounded by bats? I would go with that. Just on that aspect, I would pick that, and it's a $10 book.
I like it. Asian lady with bats for the win, huh?
Yeah, sorry I went on this long rant, but I think I understand why I don't even bother looking at those books now, because it's just literally the same. It feels like the same thing cut over and over and over. And that is comic books in general. They just do the same shit over and over and over. But
well, in this case, it literally is, though. This is that Sweetum is literally the third time he's used it, which pisses me off because it makes me dislike my original favorite cover a lot more. It's definitely downgraded it.
Yeah,
it's fun again. It's one of those things that you can't. Man, when it's like when, what was it? Oh, now granted, I have one, but the Lotto X23 #1 variant, the crazy expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
Then they did X-Men Red and put the damn thing on there. It put the cover everybody had wanted for all those years, and it completely just destroys like what made the original awesome. You've crushed it, So now that kind of happens to the Red Sonja to me now that I see this being reused again for the third time. So I'm kind of with Rob on this. And, Apollo, you're right. Sex sells, but sex does stop selling when it's the same thing over and over again. Can you imagine, having to, I don't know. I won't get into that. That's bad.
No, I know where you're.
I had an analogy.
The same sandwich over and over. Eventually, if you love it so much, will get boring. It's just the fucking sandwich.
It was like Fruity Pebbles when I was a kid. I had to eat Fruity Pebbles every morning. I loved them so much. And then one day, I just decided I never wanted to eat Fruity Pebbles ever again.
Or work at a movie theater and smell popcorn all day.
Yeah.
Hate popcorn.
That wasn't the analogy I was going to use.
I know which one you were using.
Yeah, we all got the point, Mike.
Okay. Well, how about this one? Let's just wipe the whole palette clean with this one. DC's War of the Undead Gods #5. This is a 1 in 50, mind you, by Sun Kamanaki. Thank you, Mike. Kamanaki.
It's not really wiping the palette, in my opinion, because it's the same kind of motif. It's pretty girl on the cover. Let's look at my boobs. But it's really, I can see your throw up face. It's amateur art. It is fucking amateur hour. It's not professionally done. Not for a 1 in 50. This is, not to be an asshole, but you can go to any con and see a dozen of these for $5 on the table in originally drawn art, and you can buy that. And this is amateurish. I would not pay the amounts they're probably be asking for this shit. So I agree with your emoji.
Yeah, I do too. First of all, the head's way too small. And it's just super 100% digital. It is amateurish looking. Everything looks, her arms look like they're made out of rubber. It's literally trying to cop the whole art germ thing badly. Yeah. I think she's banking on the fact that she's hot, so that if she were at a con, she would sell art.
Yeah.
Obviously, look at the picture. She clearly is putting it on in that picture. She's trying to do her best Megan Fox impression. So
I know.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it, son.
Son.
SUN.
I was covering my mouth because I didn't want to throw up. Yeah, this, as soon as I saw it, I was like, Beetlejuice. Like, her head is so small. I didn't get it. The long neck, the action here, like action figure pose. Like, that's all she could move. Like, that just looks awkward. She's not proportioned.
Nope.
It's really, how do you get this wrong when it's digital too? Again, I do not understand that.
And you can't blame the proportion thing on perspective because that's reversed. You got the bigger boob you got the smaller boob in the
Yes.
foreground.
Oh, that is right.
Totally
I mean-
wrong. I mean, I get it. Women have one bigger than the other. I understand that, but like, this is really, really awkward looking.
Yeah, I can't believe there's a 1 in 50 for this book, and I can't believe it's that. So
Yeah,
definite
that's the other
pass.
thing. Why is there a 1 in 50 for this book? That's a great point right there. Why? Why are there 1 in 50s for any of these fucking books?
And can I add one note? And don't get us wrong, we're not assholes. I'm like, I wish I could draw like this, but I don't expect my shitty art to go on a 1 in 50 DC book. And her shitty art shouldn't go on a 1 in 50 DC book. It should go on what's another fucking
On a
time.
fanzine.
Yeah, somewhere
Sorry,
else.
Trish. No. The point is when you go down Artist Alley, almost any con, the artists there that have never actually done like a major publication comic book,
All look like
their
this.
art is still better than this,
Yeah, a lot of the art is better than
or
this.
at least equal.
Yeah,
and more
like-
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw this, I couldn't believe there was a 1 in 50. Big Rob, I know you put the I think the 1 in 25 that looked amazing.
Yeah.
But I had to show this one because it was just terrible. And it's like a 1 in 50. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, buy that one, the 1 in 25.
All right. Moving on to the next one, we have Something is Killing the Children, number 27, a 1 in 25 by Dan Mora. All right, Mike, what's up?
Nah, this is boring recycled shit. Especially after the covers we saw last week for this book. I mean, come on. I mean, if you're gonna pay money, if you're gonna pay $25 for this, go buy that store exclusive from was it Nostrazzo?
Nostrazzo.
Yes,
yeah.
Nostrazzo.
Holy shit, that's where your money needs to go, not to this. I mean, this looks like it's not even. It's really not even that good. But what's going on with her shoulder? I don't even understand the anatomy of it.
I thought
like-
her arm was broken.
Yeah, it's supposed to be foreshortened, but it's done really poorly. It doesn't. It's just not good. It looks like that's a photo of trees in the background, which really bugs me. No, this is not even good. That's not what the reflection would do in the blade if that were real in both blades too. You got them at different angles. You got the same freaking thing reflected in both. Come on now. Do
She-
better, Dan.
She broke the reflection in the blood.
I guess so.
Okay.
Your guess is as good as ours, Jeff.
Suspension of disbelief, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I would pass too. It's just whatever. I would expect this to be like a B cover. So yeah, I pass.
I could draw that.
Oh. All right, Big Rob.
Okay. In my defense, when I was going through the list of books and I picked this book, it's because this is one of the lightest weeks I've seen when it came to picking incentive covers. Marvel was a wasteland of shit. So I'm like, okay, this looks half decent. But I agree with Mike, this is super generic. I've seen this a million fucking times on Something's Killing the Children. This would have been cool at issue 4, not issue 27. And to be honest, the first thing when I see this cover, the first thing I think is Superman. I see Superman on this cover, honestly. It's a
I can see that on the blade,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, all I think of is Superman, not as Something's Killing the Children. And that's the wrong message you want to send because the art is also tending to send subliminal messages just to get your imagination going, your emotions going. It's art. That's the point of art. And when I see this art, I think of Superman. So that's just a fail on that point. And it's just super generic. It's been done a million fucking times. There's a million better covers. So yeah, it's definitely good.
I agree with Trish. The trees look great, but that shouldn't be the focus.
I think that's a Google image that he just
It's
pasted in the
photo.
back.
It's clearly a photo. There's no way.
See?
There's no way the foreground art looks that bad, and that person then Dan took that much time to draw all those branches. No fucking way.
There
That's
you
photo.
go. All
You're not fooling anybody, Dan.
All right. How about this one by Stephanie Hans for X-Men number 1? It's a 1 in 25. All right, Jeff, you're up.
Well, I guess they're making a lot more Firestar covers. This is Firestar, right?
It certainly looks like it, or it could be Phoenix.
I've been seeing a lot of her on covers, so
I think it's Firestar.
Okay, so I'm a little mixed on this. I like it, but I don't know if I like her face or her expression. But I mean, yeah, I also wish she was, I guess, you saw more of the flames around her as well, but I guess I'll make her like a Human Torch. And that freaking trade dress, what the hell? Yeah, I would actually pass on this one.
Why does it have to be so big?
Yeah, I don't get that.
That's a fucking big passport.
And her hand,
yeah.
There's something wrong with her hand.
She's got long fingers.
Those are super long fingers.
Again, I think that's an attempt at foreshortening gone awry.
She's trying to turn on the motor in Total Recall. It's like,
Get to.
I think the flame effect, but the rest of it is.
Good job, Tomas.
Man.
2 weeks.
Yeah. All right, Big Rob.
It's a solid seat cover. It's nothing wrong really with the art. I can see the finger. That's hey, maybe she's a basketball player. She had long fingers. She can hold basketball. But you know, it's a solid seat cover. The art is fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's just it's not 125. It's definitely Han's art. I do love the way she blends in color. It's interesting. But yeah, the trade dress is horrendous. It's way too big. It's just like giant like USA Beef fucking logo on there. So
USA Beef.
Yeah, so it's but it's the actual art that she drew. I'm pretty sure Marvel dropped that logo on top. The actual art is just decent seat cover material. It's a nice $5 book, and yeah, that's it. It's not 125.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I'm with the guys. I mean, I like Hans's work. I like color. I like her colors. And I actually would love the layout on this book without that stupid X stamp. I mean, I've seen other books where it's nice and small. Like there's a couple of the Hellfire Gala ones where it's, maybe like a quarter of that size. So there's no need to have it that big. Like that's just insane. Plus the entire novel that's up in the right-hand corner. I don't know why they have to put so much freaking text in that corner box. I mean, that just looks horrendous too. And guys, put the barcode on the back for God's sake. Jeez, how hard is it? It doesn't. I mean, come on. Even if there's an ad back there, who cares? Put it over the top of the ad, not over the top of the cover. Not especially on a 1 in 25. Shit, if you want to do it on an A and a B cover, fine. But you want to try to get people to pay $25 for a book like this, then for God's sake. Well, I guess Marvel doesn't care because it's $3.99 no matter what to them. But still, yeah, just no. I would like it a lot better without all the extra slop on it. But still, it's not her greatest work. Similar problem with this one with the lower torso and legs are a little rubbery looking to me. I don't know. It's just whereas the top section looks fantastic. Actually, if it were cropped in, I might like it better. But yeah, I like the flames and that kind of thing. So it's an almost, but not quite.
Yeah, it almost looks like she has junk in the trunk, right? Like her butt's totally it looks like it's sticking out to the X-Men logo, but it's something else. But it looks like her ass.
But it's not. Yeah, because she's actually super thin. She's got no butt.
Come on, she's doing some squats. You never know.
No, that's not squats. It's artificial implants.
Okay.
So much negative space down there on the corner too. Why that big?
Yeah, just put it in that negative space. Exactly.
All right. How about this one right here? Namor the Submariner number 3 at 1 in 25 by E.M. Gist. All right, Mike. You're up.
Yeah, I've been back and forth about this cover all week. I've been looking at it a couple of times. It feels a little too static to me somehow. Like, I don't know how that's possible considering you got all the water splash and it's obvious the birds flying and the whole, but it still somehow looks static to me. I don't know if I can describe it. Maybe it's a little over rendered. I don't know. Trish, that was for you. I love the yellows. I like the art itself. Just as a master, he's definitely made a huge name for himself, and I like most of his work. But we had this problem with one of his Vader covers, I think it was, that we thought it looked a little too static as well.
Mhm.
Oh, the toy one. Yeah.
Yeah, similar,
Mini-
similar, a similar problem that this one seems to be suffering from. I don't really know why, but I can't put my finger on it artistically. I'm trying to, but again, also, why is the trade dress so effing big? Is it really necessary?
And it's
Or at
ugly.
least crop the image so that he's totally. Why does he have to cover the trade dress? Who's in layout over there? For God's sake, my good lord, it's terrible. But the cover's good. If it were a B cover, I'd be all over it. At $25, I'm certainly not. And I would assume most small shops will not order 25 copies of Namor. So it could be a tough book to get.
Okay. Big Rob?
Yeah, it's a solid cover until you look at the trade dress. The trade dress just fucking kills it. And it just shoots it in the head. It's so bad. That Namor's the Submariner trade dress is just the font's stupid. The coloring's it kind of ruins the cover, and it's just so big. It's just the wrong big. Big's good, but this is the wrong big, and yeah, it's
That's what he said. That's what he
yeah.
said.
And and let's call him Gist. Let's not call him Gist because it just
Sorry,
sounds
Gist.
wrong.
Pardon
Yeah,
me.
Gist. Yeah, because Gist sounds wrong. Gist. Yeah, he's a master artist. It's solid Gist work. But it's just that trade just ruins it, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff?
What Rudy says,
Yeah.
definitely there's something wrong with the perspective of his arms, both arms. And it does look like his right arm is kind of bent the wrong way because it looks like an elbow that I'm seeing, and the way he's bent, that's not a right position. I dig that he tilted the view. I dig that him splashing out of the water. The rest of it, it's Namor's is drawn well, but it's just whatever compared to like with the whole totality of everything with the trade dress and everything. It's just ugh. So no.
Rob, you're totally right about that cover C for the X-Men annual Villa Lobos book. Holy crap. Is that the one you're talking about? With all the flames everywhere?
Was it? I don't know. I lost track, but possible.
Sorry. Didn't mean to derail, but yeah, that's a really good one. Go look at that, guys.
Get that cover. All right. What about this one right here? For all you IDW fans, a 1 in 10 Sonic the Hedgehog by Adam Bryce Thomas. So, Big Rob, this is right up your alley.
Yeah, I'm surprised you chose this because I looked at it and I was like, nah, it's not even worth good. But it's to be honest, I think Sonic the Hedgehog in general at IDW has been doing some of the best cartoonish art for the past few years. I love their art. I literally want to buy all their books just because of the covers. They're so beautiful. It's like Lucky Charms cereal. You just want to eat it. It's so good. But
I love it.
Yeah, but it's like I have discipline. I can't do that. And they had me for a minute. I was buying the 1 in 10s consistently for a minute, but because this is going to be a fucking ghost of a ghost of a ghost of a ghost cover. This is a sub series of Sonic the Hedgehog. This is was it Srapnik Island, whatever, or
Srapnik Island?
Yeah, Srapnik Island 1 in 10. It's cool. It's a nice, cool cover of Tails and some of the bots in the background. The coloring's nice. I believe the coloring comes from the lighting of another bot, like a big bot head.
The visor.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I love the Sega logo on the bottom. That logo I actually like. Maybe the Sonic the Hedgehog logo is a little too big because we complain about the other one, right? But this one doesn't actually look as bad. But so good luck finding this shit because I guarantee you 99.9% of the shops ain't gonna have this shit. So good luck. It's a good cover, solid cover.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that all their Sonic covers are pretty much what you would expect from like the animation. It looks great. I have no complaints about them, but I don't. Yeah, I agree. This is going to be really hard to get. This is just kind of whatever's for me, though. I feel like this would just be an A cover. So I don't know.
It is the A cover, by the way, Alonzo.
Ha!
There is an A cover for it. Yes.
It says cover A because the 1 in 10 said RI.
Excuse me.
The 1 in 10 say RI.
I can't believe I nailed that.
Oh, damn. Hold on.
Yeah, this is an A cover.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I was like, it just-
the RI has. I was looking at that too. It has Sonic
Oh my god, I nailed it. I
strapped
didn't even
down to
see
a
it.
table.
Whoops.
Yeah, as soon as he said it, I was like, wait a minute, it is A cover.
All right,
Maybe
one
it
second.
Just looks like an A cover.
Let me take
Nice
a look.
job, Alonzo. Nice job.
Oh,
Hey,
man,
Alonzo,
I
you
try.
made me look
I'm
good.
allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to make a mistake here every now and then. Come on.
Yeah, that's League of Geeks fucked up and put the wrong one. If you go, let's see what the.
Oh,
It's
that's
the Sonic
hilarious.
strapped down to the table one.
Yeah, go Midtown.
Oh,
you
I
can
don't
get
see it. Yeah, the League
Go
of
to-
Geek just gives me that one. I don't see the other one.
Here, I'll
They
pull it
messed
up real. I'll pull it up real quick for you, sir. Just give me like one.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Thanks, Big Rob.
Yeah.
I nailed it.
It's a
I know,
it's a
Paulo,
solid.
I know.
It's a.
I didn't
It's-
see it said cover A. I didn't realize that until Big Ross pointed that out. I just
As
What
soon
it
as you
felt
said,
like.
I'm like, wait a minute, it is the A cover. All right, here.
Wookie, you're right. We talked a lot about cereal.
Fail. F minus.
oh man.
I'm gonna present
was
real
good.
quick so I can just show everybody.
All right, do it.
Okay.
Let's see the real 1 in 10.
All right, let me click on it. This is a 1 in 10, which is a more
you
dynamic
go.
cover. It's a really nice cover as well. It's actually probably like this one a little more because it's Sonic in danger. Usually don't see him in danger in a lot of covers. So yeah, this is the 1 in 10. So feast your eyes, fellas. What do you think, Jazz? Did your opinion change? Is the same or
I like this better.
Yeah, I like it better.
yeah?
Doesn't feel like an A cover, so yeah.
It's
I
different.
mean,
These covers are all fun. I mean, it's one of those things. If you're a collector of this stuff, then you're going to want to hunt down as many of these 1 in 10s as you can from a value standpoint. I don't know that the RI covers are better art usually
Yeah.
than the A and Bs. They're pretty interchangeable, but I mean, it sort of depends on what you're looking to do. If you're just looking to read them, then who cares? They're all kind of nice.
And
But,
this is the one character from Sonic, the robot Sonic. What's it called? His name, the droid, the bot Sonic version of it.
I have no
remember.
idea. I
Bird.
don't follow Sonic at all.
I should know. Sorry, I might have cut you off there.
no, it's cool.
Okay,
1350 at Midtown.
there you go. Damn good
Yeah.
price. Look at that.
There's huge Sonic fans out there, so I mean, I'm sure they collect all these covers.
They disappear, dude. These covers, they come and go. You never see them again. They're just gone.
And like
That's
Rob
great.
said, there is no shot in hell that a sub series. My shop doesn't even order 10 regulars of Sonic,
Yeah.
let alone 10 of this. For God's sake, that's never happening. Nope, 5 maybe, and even that might be pushing it.
I would imagine most shops would order as many that are on the list for pulls, and then add 2 more or 3 more.
That sounds right. Yep.
All right, I'll stop presenting here. Stop sharing. It's all you.
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you very much for the info and for making that correction. I definitely appreciate it. Dang you, League of Geek. Why did you do that to me?
Try to keep you on your toes.
I guess. All right. So moving on to the next one, I am currently looking for the title of this one because there it is, and here we go. It is
Marriage Brain
It is.
Alonzo.
yes. What? It's
Marriage
Dice
Brain.
Dark Crosses on Infinite Earths. And it is the number 7, and it is a 1 in 350, and it's a George Perez tribute.
A tribute,
Mrs.
not even a George.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
what
it's
cover
George-
this
the
is.
George Perez tribute, right? We've
So-
all seen this, but now DC
Miscellaneous.
has decided to make it a cover. So here we go, right? So let's. I can see Mike is already like foaming. You ready? Go give it to us, Mike.
What on earth? What? I don't even have words for it. Like, first of all, you know me. I hate these covers with 3 billion things on them. It drives me nuts. It makes my OCD like go into like overload. Right? I can't handle it. But and none of them, like, man, I don't know. Like, none of them stand out enough to make. I don't know. 350 copies? Come on, man. Like, there's gonna be 3 people in the world that own this thing, and then they're gonna print 100 of them. They're gonna pop up in some sale somewhere along the line,
The Walmart
and,
packs.
and you're gonna get them for
Walmart
what's
pack.
that? Yeah, yeah, really Walmart packs, right? Or like 5 Below packs. I mean, because come on, who is ordering? Who would even? Okay, hang on. If you saw this solicited, 350 copy incentive, George Perez tribute, which I don't know. Are they all just redraws? Is any of it actually Perez art? I don't think it is, right?
No, these are all like homages from like Jim Lee, Adam Hughes, Capullo. I mean, you got a lot of artists here that are just
they all
contributing, right?
Their person. Got it. Yeah. Roger that. That's what I thought of, but I wasn't sure. And then so you say, okay, you're going to have to recoup. I mean, assuming that the regular book is a $3.99 book, which it's probably not. It's probably like a $5.99 book, which means that most shops are paying $3 a pop times 350. You're going to try to recoup $1,000 off of this one incentive. What business-minded person is going? Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's take a roll on this one and see if we can get back our $1,000 for ordering 350 copies of this thing. Like, and then what a fan of this stuff would have to pay to get it, even if they paid ratio, is absolute insanity.
Can I give you some data, Mike, real quick? So this is going for 450 on Midtown, and it's a foil cover. There is a regular one for $6.99.
Why? Why would they even do that? Like, what? I don't know. Apparently, this is not my. I don't know. I guess maybe I should stop collecting comics. If this is what people actually want, then I completely have missed the boat on what I should stop writing articles. I should not be on this show. I should just be done, because I don't have any idea who in the world would want this. Even at $7, I'd be hard pressed to want, to be perfectly honest with you. Let alone $450 or whatever the hell it's going for. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. No one wants to hear me talk. Someone else talk.
Big Rob, go ahead.
It's got to be a hell of a foil. It's got to be a hell of a shine on this book to pay literally $443 more than cover F, the regular wraparound. So if I really want it, I'd just buy that. That was, I guess, the reason I want to bring up that data for Mike to make the final decision. I would buy that if I really wanted it. Mike, it's cute. It's very reminiscent of George Perez. It's interesting. The amalgamation of a bunch of different artists get together, draw some George Perez inspired art. I appreciate the effort, but I do $7. But dude, just because it's a foil, it's fucking $450. They're out of their mind. That's just Midtown. Maybe you catch it for like $380 on eBay or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, it's decent art, but old school art, you could say. But it's not worth it. It's definitely a skip. But if you want to buy it, buy the $7 version.
All right.
Pete Rena is in the house, everybody. Pete Rena.
Right.
Yeah, so Pete there.
All right, Jeff.
I'm so confused.
All right, so I'm not alone, right?
No, I'm like, okay, look, I get the homage. I get it, right? But for a 1 in 350 on this book, like what? I don't know any single DC multiverse book that has any huge value or any huge significance. Like I don't get it. Like they're obviously, Death of Supergirl and Death of Flash, but hell, they all coming back. They all came back. So really, was it important? And that's why, like, I don't understand how this is going to get promoted correctly. How any store would actually buy one or have one.
Because you can be the boy that cries wolf when you have a bunch of new people who don't know what we know has happened in the past. They might think this is going to be the death of a billion characters again.
Go ahead, kill them all. They all come back.
Man. And Pete, we say that every week. We look up the foils, and they always ruin the art every single time.
Yeah, someone said Jim Lee drew a character. I would bet it's the Superman between Batman and Wonder Woman. Like
it might be the Anti-Monitor.
It could
it's
be
like
the
one of these guys up
Anti-Monitor.
here. Yeah, they had a list before.
What I really don't like is how different the characters on the top look from each other. Like the art is so ridiculous. What happened? Did I miss something?
It's Sam.
Yeah, I don't
Copy
know.
has gone oddly silent for this book.
I love when I get to see a lot of different characters you don't normally get to see on covers. I do not like this at all. This is too much. This is too. It's actually not. It's jarring to my eyes. It's like Spectre looks so different. Why? Yeah. I mean, they should at least have agreed upon like having the same form. Yeah, some kind of styling or at least the coloring. It's just I would pass.
This is a bad assault on my senses.
Meh.
If you want this cover, go get the $6.99 cover and be done with it, right?
Yep. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for your input. And that does bring an end to our incentives.
I do have one question about that last. Can you go back one more?
Sure.
Why the hell is Nightwing holding his Robin outfit? Seriously, is that an homage too? Did he do that somewhere?
Well, it's because George Perez drew that cover, right, for Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Did you see the he became?
I guess they have multiple Supermans in there. I don't care.
It's a reach. It's a reach.
They have multiple Supermans. Can have multiple Robin, Nightwing.
Excuse me.
They have multiple Supermans.
Oh, you have.
It's different than Crisis.
Well,
right? So,
yeah, they're different. Yeah.
I get it. They're different Earths. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just pissed. I'm just pissed.
I understand.
It's a miss.
I feel like it's a money grab. You know, it's just like they created this work of art that they put as an insert in a lot of the comic books when George Perez passed, right? And all the artists contributed to that. And I just don't feel like it's like, hey, let's just put this thing up as a 1 in 350 or make it a cover when it's already like, I'm sure there's posters of it already. There's all these things. And it's like, I felt it was unnecessary.
It's a terrible We Are the World reunion.
Kind of, yeah. And as Big Rob said, I mean, it's pretty light on incentives this week.
Hell light.
Which is to be expected, right? I mean, it is the holiday season. Christmas is coming on Sunday. So that does it. And we're headed into our store exclusives. And guess who we have first?
Our favorite.
Have Beauty by Warren Lau in Action Comics 1051. LE of 3,000 and 1,000. And a set will set you back $50. You can find it at KRS, Mutant Beaver, Comic Min, and East Side Comics. Go ahead, Big Rob.
We should call them the Quadrum of Doom. When you see KRS-One, you think is every week they present these crazy like low numbers, but actually for once they show a 3,000 and 1,000, and it's actually a very popular book. It's going for over $100 for the set on eBay. So I don't know. It's boobs.
It's boobs.
It's boobs. But the popular one is the Virgin, I guess. But I actually like the one with the trade dress. It's just
same here.
Yeah, I think it's just something about her face is just like I said, it's a softball. We're all men, so I just like, hey, you go, pretty woman face. Buy it. So it's Warren Lowe. It's his art. It's really well. I guess it is really well rendered. At least her face is in her hair. I don't know about the outfit, but yeah, the eyes are just really. I don't know. Are they alive? I guess you could say they're alive. They're very bright and they're very big, so they capture your attention. So it's good art in general.
All right. What about you, Jeff? Before we get into Mike, Jeff.
So okay, I'm going to say even worse than than what Big Rob said is it's not a softball, it's a wiffle ball. Okay. Because you add in the blonde hair and the blue eyes. I mean, it's literally what we've been fed for like, I don't know how many damn years men have been alive, whatever. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the art. The art, Warren Lau always has. Is it Warren Liu or Warren Lau?
It's Warren Lau.
Right?
I believe it's Lau.
Okay. I love his art. It's just, he's a bit on that TNA tilt a lot. And it's just they all look the same to me now from him. Honestly, it's getting the same thing like the DNA, covers and the Negative Space JTC covers. It's all becoming the same. But it is good art. I definitely see the Virgin one actually looks kind of off, and maybe it's just because it's the perspective. So
yeah.
So I do agree the one with the trade dress does look better. I saw this going for like triple the price.
Yep.
Yeah, but it came down. It's down to 100 for the set.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I was like, if there's 3,000, 1,000. I mean,
There's a lot.
Was it really 1,000 people who bought all these? That's crazy.
Yes.
Alonzo about 20.
Yeah, no. Alonzo literally turns to me and goes, "I just bought these. They're available." I'm like, I was with him yesterday for a minute.
Yeah. At Boom Loot. Yep. I was like, dude, I'm getting it. 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I am buying this.
There's like a group of people around him. His wife is talking to all these people. He lets his son's with somebody else completely. And this guy is just typing away on his phone. What's this guy doing? Turned around. I just bought him.
That's right. All right. What about you, Mike?
All right. So he's obviously trying to.
There you go, Azores.
He's obviously trying to put lightning back in the bottle. His old Power Girl 27 question mark.
Yep.
Which blows this cover away. That's the one that everyone still wants. I think the Virgin one, her bottom half looks weird. Maybe it's accurate. I'm not really sure, but it certainly doesn't feel accurate. I get that there's that super forced perspective, and it's really her face that you're gonna like be her boobs, obviously, but her face is meant to be the thing that you focus in on. Power Girl always has enormous boobs, so that's just her character. And so I'm not mad about that in this particular case because the character's always been drawn that way. I mean, look back at those Adam Hughes covers of her, and they're pretty insane too. I agree. The one with the trade dress is probably better, but I'm having a real hard time loving this cover when I love that Nathan Zerdy one from wherever the hell that one came from so much more from maybe a month ago, something like that. I actually just got my copy in the mail today. Nice. That's taking the character into a new sort of look. There's almost this sort of like 1920s almost feel to it, or maybe World War II, like plain decal or whatever look to it. Whereas this one just sort of, it just has the digital art feel again to me, which is, it's better than most people. It has like art germ level to it, and Lau definitely can do that. And that Wonder Woman cover that he did last year is still incredible. But I don't know. There's too many things seemingly wrong with it for me to love this cover. But I think if you want to throw your money down on a Power Girl 27, although I think those are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't know. It's sort of just okay. The hair is actually the best part of it, to be honest with you. I think the hair is done really, really well. I know that's not what anyone is focusing on, but still, I think the hair is artistically the best part of the cover, and the eyes. Although she's just a touch cross-eyed, actually.
Yeah.
That left eye is. It seems to me that it's just a little bit too toward her nose, but maybe I'm wrong. She's giving me cross-eyed vibes.
Yeah, I don't really dig the blank look too.
It's the come hither stare, Jeff.
Well, you remember, you're not supposed to stare at her face. Remember, her big thing is always like, "Hey, my eyes are up here, guys."
Well, that's what I was looking at. That's why I said I don't like her blank face.
Look at her big eyes.
Her big eyes, yes.
Look, they are
Big,
they are
round
big.
eyes.
They actually are huge. Yeah.
And yeah, the trade dress definitely is a lot better than the Virgin. And again, Mike did mention it. It is a homage to his Power Girl number 27. And I would agree with Mike. The Power Girl number 27 looks a lot better than the Virgin one here. But I do like the one with the trade dress, and it is Action Comics 1051. There's supposed to be a couple of first appearances there, potentially, and it has to do with the twins. And if you look at Action Comics, the regular cover, you see these twins next to Superman, a boy and a girl, and they could be making their first appearance in that particular issue. So there's some spec in there as well.
10 issues later.
I know,
Twins.
I know.
You said
All right.
twins.
What about this one?
There we go.
A favorite of our show, and a lot of other folks as well. We have Darkwing Duck #1 by Trish Forstner, and you can get the set at $40 over at Bird City Comics or Devil Dog Comics. All right, guys. Jeff, what are your thoughts? I know you're a big Spider-Man fan, and this is definitely a homage. So what do you think?
I mean, I love the Secret Wars 8 homage. Okay, so I can't believe Trish drew this because I feel like this looks exactly like the freaking animation. So I'm like, wow, Trish, you have a ton of talent. Because it looks even different from like what I normally see of hers. So I dig it. The background, I wish I could see a little better. It's just my screen. So, oh yeah, no, I can see a lot in the background. Actually, there's a lot of detail.
Nice, Al.
So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go get this as soon as I can.
Oh, there you go. See, she's like, I did real inks on this, not digital.
No,
there you go.
That's why I'm saying it. It just looks like the freaking animation. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right, Big Rob.
Definitely one of the. I think it is the winner of the week for me. When I saw it, actually stood out because it's a funny homage. It's Darkwing Duck with the Secret Wars 8. It just gets you right there in the old Black Heart. So so it gets you right there. It's $40. It's a good price. If it's still there when I get paid this week, I'm definitely going to pick it up. Hopefully it's still there. It might not be. It might sell out by then, and then I'll live with it. But it's a beautiful art. I love it. I love the homage. I love the background. The background is what really gets me going. I love looking at the little details in the background. And just the Launchpad McQuack and Gizmo Duck and all these crazy villains in the background. It's so dope. I love it. So it's a winner. It's simple art, but it's done well, and it's really well done one, and the actual trade dress makes sense. So win.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like that all of these characters look like they jumped out of the cartoon, right? I mean, Darkwing Duck is a cartoon, first and foremost. I mean, this is how we got introduced to this character. So seeing it as like animated, and I mean, it looks fantastic. I love it. I can't say enough. You guys are definitely right on point with this one. I wish we didn't lose Mike, because I'm sure Mike would have had a whole essay for this particular cover.
Oh, we lost Mike?
It is.
Oh my god!
I actually really like the red-orange hue background, just because it's like that reminder. It's like almost the exact same color.
Matches well, with the old one. Yeah,
completely matches well. And I like the detail because Spider-Man was in the black suit in the corner, in the comic corner, right? She put Darkwing Duck in there. Like, that looks really cool. So, and now Mike's back. Woohoo!
That matters a lot.
What's going on, Mike?
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on with my internet lately.
You're good.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I love it. I mean, this is exactly what I mean, geez, I collect Peanuts and Archie, and I love the sort of animated thing. I love it. I think she nailed this. I mean, she nails everything. But I mean, this particular one, all the little details in the background, the details of the homage, which are nice and subtle. Colors are great. I love that she did her own inks on this. I like it better with the trade dress. Not gonna lie, just because that's part of the nostalgia, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So and you know, too much blank space obviously hurts. You know, I'd rather have it with all the space filled
Of
appropriately.
course.
But I get people like the Virgin thing. It's great. I mean, it's perfect. There's nothing to even what could anyone possibly say is wrong with it? I mean, that's exactly what you want this book to have.
All right. Short and sweet. I was expecting an essay, like a thesis on this particular cover, Mike. So, all right. I like it.
I just really
Short
love.
and
I
sweet.
dig
All
the
right.
background.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. And we have another Darkwing Duck cover that you can also find at Bird City and Devil Dog. And it is by Ivan Tao with an LE of 750 for the trade and 350 for the Virgin. And again, the set will cost you just $40. So I want to hear your thoughts on this one right here. So we'll start off with Mike.
I love this one too for very different reasons. This one feels like what the movie poster would look like if there was a Darkwing Duck movie. Just the slightly more rendered version of the animation for that one shot, right? Like Disney did it all the time. Lots of companies do it where they sort of do a painted version. And that's really what this is. So like, I feel like you kind of need them both to get sort of both sides of the feel. But I love this. This is great. Rob, I know you're going to love this. This is all kinds of purple on here.
Purple and pink.
Yeah. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I actually like this just as much as Trish's. I think they're both really excellent.
Big Rob.
Yeah, of course the colors always get me, but if I gotta spend $40, I'm gonna get Trish's book. It's just the silliness of the homage gets me more. But it's still great art. It's definitely not out of the park. I agree with you. This does remind me of a movie poster. It's very Tim Burton, I don't know, vibe to it. 1989 Batman to it. I don't know. It's that kind of vibe to it. So it's well done. The hat looks great. His face, the frown, the cityscape in the back, just kind of melting away in the color. It's great. It's a low LE, right? So that's even better. And $40 is a decent price. They're not charging you $75 for it. So it's a good book, and definitely recommend.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, see, I really dig the use of the purple and the pink. Like the background looks like it's like a negative picture. I dig that. I really dig the fact that it's very Batman homaging type of cover. And I mean, obviously he nailed it with the idea because Darkwing Duck is basically made after Batman. So like I dig all of that. I even like the kind of smokiness that he left. Like it might be over coloring, but the smokiness around his legs, because he does that in the show, right? Like he has his little smoke bomb.
That's right, he does.
So yeah, I dig all of it, and just like Mike said, I like the fact that they did that little not digital, like really painted look pop, like it's like an oil painting of some sort, like I dig all of that too. So this is really cool.
Nice. All right, moving on to the next one. Here we go. We have another one by E.M. Geist. It is an LE of 750. Price is $30. You can also find this one here at Bird City Comics and Devil Dog Comics. It's the Sins of Sinister #1. All right, Big Rob, what are your thoughts on this cover?
Geist. Damn, I already forgot. The trade dress. I hate this fucking X-Men trade dress. They all have them, and there's nothing you could do about it. They'll stamp it on top of any art. Doesn't matter what the art is, and I hate it. But it's ignoring the trade dress. It's really cool. It's really cool art, very reminiscent of Marvel Masterpiece, circa 1992, 1993. So in that aspect, it definitely piques my interest. Curiosity on it. I don't know what the story's going on. The Captain America with the black star and the weird color scheme on his outfit, and also the Nightcrawler, right? That definitely piques my interest. And Mr. Sinister is probably top 6, 7 villains that I love. It's one of my favorite villains. I love his character design. I love his attitude, and is a good depiction of Mr. Sinister. And he's the main focal point. I could have done without the other guys. Just Mr. Sinister and coming just sound like a badass. That would have been fucking dope. So I love that, and it's Giz is definitely a master of art, and he did a good job on it. But the trade dress just kind of fucking, it just really pisses me off. $750, lower number, $30, good price. Not for me because the trade dress just kills me, but I might definitely buy it.
All right, Jeff.
I'm a little torn on this too. I don't know if I actually like the characters on the bottom. You're right; they do look like Marvel masterpiece like type art, but it's just kind of whatever's to me. I would have liked it with just the Mr. Sinister on it.
Yeah,
I think it would have done better in my mind. Does Sinister looks really like I guess a more realistic looking Sinister, but yeah, I don't know. I think those X-23 looks okay, but like the white gloves and the white face, like it doesn't feel like it's finished painted or something, or maybe it's just the filtering that he put on it, or just the rendering that he has. I don't know if I like it as much. I know it's very Gis-like, but I don't know if it works for these characters. So, or at least on these drawings. Sinister looks great though.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Yeah, I'm with the guys. Sinister looks fantastic on this cover. The rest of the characters look either, I don't know, they look small soldierish, like K-pop said, and just sort of unnecessary. And I think the cover would have been great with just Sinister. No, none of the other characters are bad per se, but I just think I think they take away from how great the Sinister art is, and should have just been that simple as that.
All right.
It's funny
All right.
that I two GIST covers or GIST covers that I don't love this time around.
I know.
Weird.
Shocker. All right, and then we have this one right here by Gabriel Delato. This one is the Singapore exclusive. It's an LE of 3,000 for the trade and 1,000 for the Virgin, and a set will set you back $50, and you can find it at Big Time Collectibles. It's Silver Surfer #1, Ghost Light. All right, Mike.
So Delato sets his own bar for Silver Surfer covers with those Annihilation covers that are so incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And this one doesn't really hold a candle to those. And so I have if I'm going apples to apples here, and I want a Delato Silver Surfer cover, I'm not buying this. I'm buying one of those older Annihilation covers. It's okay. I don't know what the asteroids are the best part, or whatever the hell they are the best part of the cover. Some really cool detail in there. I do like the reflection in the board, but I don't know. It's sort of mid. It's mid. It's a little mid for Delato, and I know that still blows almost everybody else away. But if I'm gonna pay $50 for a set of this kind of thing, it better be pretty freaking incredible, especially from Delato. Like I want it to be, I want it to be a keeper, and this would not be a keeper.
That is true. All right, Jeff.
So, okay, I always have a problem with Delato when he does really super dark covers. So I dig the fact that it's not a super dark cover. But I mean, Mike was kind of right. There it's not his best work. I'm actually having a problem with his front leg. His thigh, I don't know if it's the coloring or the it looks overly round on top of his right leg.
Oh, you're right.
It's kind of bulbous, and I don't think I needed the details of his ribs.
Yeah.
So it throws me off.
I want ribs for dinner now.
Flexion is cool. The space and the asteroids are fine, but yeah, there's just something slightly off with this. Is perspective? Yeah, I mean not perspective, but proportion. It's kind of off. Yeah. No, thank you.
All right, Big Rob.
Well, you can also just go back to the Silver Surfer Black, and you can find a million covers like this. Because this reminds me of Silver Surfer Black. Because he obviously drew it on. His vibe always feels like he draws on black paper. That's Delato's trademark, his gimmick. So it's always really dark colors. It's okay. He's done better and he's done worse. So, but it's a big number, 3,000. If you're buying this, because you just not like the art,
$50.
Yeah, it's $50 book too. So that's ridiculous. Yeah, Alonso, is there a cover after this, or this is the last one?
This is the last one.
There's a cover I like to present.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, skip the shit. Let's move on.
All right. There you go. Big Rob, bring it up. Bring it up.
Because Rob did a piece of art.
Yeah. It's gonna look like super.
He drew something, right?
Yeah, it's gonna look like that fucking Supergirl we just saw earlier. No. Okay. So is this because I saw this came on my radar today? Spectral Comics. It says this is new, $30. They're limited to I think 500 or something or 400. Yeah, 400. Isn't this reused art?
That's what I thought. I was thinking that too. I thought we even talked about it.
We did. We had it on the show.
Yeah, that's why I didn't include it in this for this week because it's the same art.
Yeah, so why are these? I don't get it. Why are they?
Was the other one a trade dress?
No.
This
is limited to 400.
I think maybe they found some back stock,
or maybe they just changed the outfit or something. It just looks very familiar.
No, that's the outfit.
No, it's exactly the same thing.
Wow, exactly the same cover.
Yeah, because sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, because I actually love it. I love the art. It's one, and I missed out on it. It's like, oh, but I'm like, wait a minute, they're saying this is new and it's limited to 400. I'm like, that's bullshit because I know they sold out of this before.
Apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, maybe it was another company that sold it, and Spectrum got it, and they try and just say it's new to their store, so it's limited to 400 copies to their store, and they're just reusing the art.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I just wanted. Let me ask you guys. I'm like, does this fucking reuse? So
it is.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find the I think it might have been like. Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
And I swear we talked about multiple Street Fighter books that day too.
Yeah, there was multiple. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, because there was the swimsuit stuff coming out at that point.
Yes, and this is Street Fighter 1. It's just Street Fighter 1. Is this like a new run?
Yep, it is. Okay, so it is back in. I found it back in June 15th. It's Spectral Comics had the same thing.
Oh! I just noticed it says this in the bottom. Look, expected August 17th, 2022.
Yeah.
So this is an old page.
They
screwed up.
Same everything. Yes, Katie. Same thing.
So maybe you're right. Maybe they actually didn't sell all 400, and they only allowed like 200 of them to be sold online, or 100 of them.
But they presented.
I do seem to remember it being a really, really small print run the first time. So
the print one was 400.
The first time?
So they're doing the exact same thing. I mean, I have the email. I can even pull up the email.
It's literally the same link. But the reason I thought they're saying it's new because I put it in their Fresh Blood section with all new books.
That could be a mistake.
And they promoted it on Instagram as new.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not.
So no, because
it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh, who was it?
Okay,
who was it earlier in the chat? Who was it earlier in the chat too that said that KRS got back to them and said the books were only 600 Marvel and DC books across all 4 stores, like trying to lie to people? Like, come on, like really? Like, what are these shops trying to do? I don't understand. Do they really think that we're that dumb? I think they do really think we're that dumb.
But wait, Alonzo, in that email, was it Street Fighter 1 or was it Chun Li?
It's Street Fighter 1. I mean, let me.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, I just because they
Grab the
presented
screen
to
up.
us as like it's new, but I
Um,
know it's not new because I've seen it before.
It's
Okay.
screen again. So this again, Wednesday, June 15th. It's the same thing. And it's Spectral Comics, 400. Same artist, same pose, same everything.
Yeah,
So that's why I didn't include it, but it's exactly the same.
So you remember that
Maybe the background's different because it's that red.
no,
See?
it's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
So I would cry bullshit.
It's the same, right? It's exactly the same.
Yeah. What were you saying, Mike?
Remember when I tried to get that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Yeah.
That it was also Spectral.
Yep.
And then for the next like 6 whatnot sales, the dude magically had like 10 of them for sale. Sticks kept giving me messages. Hey, he's got another whatnot sale. He's going to have more of those Chilling Adventures books. Even though it's sold out in 12 seconds or whatever the hell it was. And all of a sudden there was, 10 every show for 6 or 8 shows. And he kept canceling the show and pushing the show forward. And then magically, deliciously, there were more every single time. I cry bullshit with all these shops doing that crap.
And by the way, your email says $40. The webpage says $30 on this one. It's $10 cheaper.
Wow.
Nah.
So I don't know. I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they found extra copies they didn't sell and they're trying to resell them. But it sounds like they're trying to promote a whole new book and there's 400 more new copies for $10 cheaper because they had a hard time selling them originally.
That's dirty. That's some dirty shit.
It's weird though because it did sell out. It did sell out when they initially released it.
Well, that's what it said on the website.
Because I remember you were wanting to get that book, but it was sold out. I remember you tried to get that book. So they sold it out. I have no idea what's going on. Just really quickly, Mark had a question for the panel. He's just like, are you guys comic or commercial artists, or are you just collectors that are fans of the comic medium? So I didn't want to answer for you guys, so go ahead.
Definitely fans.
Hey.
So we're just comic book collector. Well, at least I'm a comic book collector. I'm not an artist. And this is just my personal opinion on things I like or don't like.
Ditto.
Same.
Yes. Yep. We're just fans of comic books. We're collectors. We love the art. And I don't think any of us are artists. I think we just, buy what we like. And, we just provide critiques to the artists, or at least some of the books and what they could have done better. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we totally respect the artists and their abilities. They're definitely got a job what we don't have. So
yep.
It's all perspective, right? And it's not where I'm not trying to bash anybody personally. It's really just about telling collectors how we feel about certain covers, and I'm sure they have their own opinions.
That's right.
So.
Yeah.
I know very few of the artists that we talk about, and the only ones that I know are the ones that I've interviewed in the past. So I wouldn't even say I know them per se. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to mean what we are. We have wallets, and our money goes to various things every week, and comic books are obviously one of them. And we want to make sure that we spend our money wisely. And we're just trying to advise people what we think, what we think looks good and what doesn't. And look, art, comic art, like any art, is in the eye of the beholder, and it's subjective. And you may like something that I hate, and vice versa, and that's completely fine. But at the end of the day, some of what we talk about is the availability and price of these things, as well as the art itself. Like, this is a good cover, but not for $50, kind of a thing. So don't get us wrong. I don't think any of us think that we can produce 99% of this art, but
no.
So we're not sitting here trying to be those guys. But at the end of the day, I don't know, just trying to guide folks into our way of thinking a little bit. What we're thinking about a cover artistically. And I don't have like an art degree or anything, that's for sure. So, it's not like I'm talking about this in a professional stance. It's just what I like and what I don't like, what the other guys like and what they don't like.
Well, that's thanks for the compliment, Mark. I think we're artists, but
oh, I see.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he was just asking. Out of
I
curiosity.
do art on my own, but I don't pretend to ever have it published. That's for sure.
We're
and I just said the stuff because it's clarification for everybody in the future.
Yeah, it's worth noting because I don't think that I don't want anyone to think to tune in and think that we think we know better than anyone else or that we're better than any of these people. It's not that at all.
We're just comic book addicts. They have, I guess you could say, a little bit of an eye for what's good and bad.
Yeah,
in our opinions. Yeah,
and we're giving you insight on our thought process on where we spend our power, our money.
Yeah, because collectively we got probably like 60 years of comic book purchasing here.
Yeah, and it's some of it's that too. Like we know what sort of has staying power and what doesn't, just because we've collected for a long time, and we just have an eye for what people end up liking 10, 20 years down the road, and what sort of gets lost in the shuffle.
Yep. Good question though.
Yeah, it's a great question.
Great
question, Mark. And don't worry, we need to take it personal. It was just more of like, oh, you just asked a question, so we just wanted to answer it for you. So don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's a safe place here. Definitely, if you have any critiques or any kind of input, definitely just like let the chat know. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're all here to listen to Mike, to Jeff, to Big Rob, and what they have to say with these covers of the week.
You could tell us we're wrong all the time. Copy one does this shit every day.
Copy hates our picks.
That is 100% true.
And that's a great segue into the slide that's up right now. I mean, I write for the CBSI, and I have for 5 years now, or close to 5 years now. And I write Cover Fire, which is the weekly sort of critique of regular priced covers, the non-incentives, non-store exclusives, and people bang me around in the comments every week. That's totally fine. I want you to have your own opinions and I want you to be strong about it. I just want people to think before they buy, really. I'm more worried about some of the things that are happening in the hobby being perpetuated because people just think that's the way it should be. And sometimes that's not true. If you don't buy them, then maybe they'll stop. So, anyway, I write every Tuesday. Cover Fire drops. This is a slow week this week, so expect a smaller article than normal, although there are a lot in the worth a second look section this week, even though there's not a lot of winners. Cover Tunes, Christmas hit me hard, and I have not finished either one of the two of those that I'm working on, but rest assured January will be a great month because those two articles are nearly close to done. And so you'll get two cover tunes in January, no doubt about it. And that's really just my inner monologue about random covers that I think are underappreciated or that should be looked at again. And so that's usually every other week, although it hasn't been lately. So my apologies to anyone who tunes in regularly to Cover Tunes. So thank you. Go over there and check out all the great articles to get you ready for your Wednesday warrioring. They're all free. The dudes love writing them. We had Pete Renna in tonight in the chat. He's also a writer over there. And it's just a lot of great guys who like to share what they think about comics.
Yeah, and definitely love you guys.
Just their opinions.
Thanks. Yep. Yeah, it's just our opinions. And please, I am not offended if you say, Mike, you're wrong, or if there's a correction or a typo or whatever. That's totally fine. I'm 100% transparent about everything. Most of the books that I write about in Cover Tunes, I own or want to own. Most of the ones in Cover Fire, I don't buy a whole lot of Wednesday Warrior books, so I tend to skip a lot of things. But I usually, almost always, buy my winner, almost every time, and usually one of the runners up. I will almost always buy one or two covers from my own articles. So I put my money where my mouth is. I don't know any artists well enough to try to pump anybody's anything. None of those books are going to be worth anything for the most part. They're all just because I think the cover art looks nice. Simple as that.
There you go. All right. As always, Mike, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And then moving on to our upcoming shows. Jeff, what do we got coming on this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern?
Well, we're going to have our last Mondo Mail call before Christmas. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time, where myself, Big Rob, Steve, maybe Alonso this week. since
I'm hoping I can make it.
There's no school this the rest of the week, right?
You're right, but he's got Kuman.
Oh, come on! See now,
that's the problem. It's Kuman and then schoolwork. It's just
you
lots
typical
of
Asian freaking parent, dude. I hated my parents taking me to Kuman. I was like, dude, this is boring to me. I can do all this shit in like 2 minutes, wasting my time.
You know what? And that's great, but my son is just like he's not getting the reading properly, right? It's just like no reading comprehension. It's very difficult for him.
There's more reading in Kuman. What are you talking about?
Oh, there is.
Math.
It's not just math; it's reading. It's a whole slew of things.
Oh, see, you're just a mean
it's
parent.
Evolved.
It's a mean parent, dude.
It's evolved.
He's a good parent.
It's evolved.
Yeah, he's a good parent, but still mean parent. But yeah, hopefully we'll have the whole crew here this week. It'd be great to see what we all picked up before Christmas, because yeah, you definitely opened up some old wounds for me.
So Sticks Kuman is just basically like
it's Kumon too.
Yeah, it's kind of like an after school program. They just get some tutoring, some help with math, reading, writing, just stuff like that. It's supposed to help them. It used to be
for like mostly Asian people, because all I see in each class was Asian kids. Never saw. Now it's everybody today. Everybody knows what Kumon is. It's kind of crazy.
All right. Enough about that. Here we go.
Yes.
Big
Rob, are we going to have a Saturday morning toy box on Christmas Eve on December 24th?
Yes, enough for putting Alonso on the spotlight there. Yeah, there is. We're going to have a Saturday morning toy box on December 24th, Christmas Eve. I should be there. Steve, maybe. I don't know, because he just told me himself. But Jeff will definitely be there, and I think Charlie will make it, and I'm going to try to tailor it to a Christmas shopping guide. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I want to try to tailor that and definitely just talk about the new stuff, because it is Christmas week, so toys are very important. It's literally the yeah, he's a mean guy.
Dude, come on, dude's been looking forward to Christmas break for the entire semester. You're gonna make him do work?
No, learn algebra. You're 2 years old. Algebra.
And I'm a teacher.
The teachers even say you're being cruel and unusual punishment.
And I teach AP Lit, bro, and I still let it rest.
So
it's Alonso going back.
Thanks, Hyper.
So yeah, join us this Saturday morning. We're probably going to do it a little early as well. We're probably going to do it at 9 a.m. because it is a holiday. So we'll got to change that time on the StreamYard there. But yeah, at 9 a.m. That's West Coast, 12 p.m. East Coast. Definitely meet Jeff and Charlie. Steve, I'm not sure if he's going to make it, but join us. We'll discuss all the cool stuff new for that week for toys, and we'll try to tell a little holiday guide for you guys out there and what's cool to buy for toys for the big kids.
That's right. And there was another thing. There was an article out there, right?
Yeah.
That
go ahead.
Adults actually are the biggest buyers of kids' toys that are in the market, right?
A quarter.
Call us?
No. There's a quarter of the purchases for their collectors for themselves.
Well, with 20 years ago, what it might have been like 2%. Now we're 25% of the market.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is insane.
So that means 25% of the men have not grown up.
Why should we?
Hey, women are slowly but surely are more and more. You see more and more.
I went to shop on Sundays, and I'll tell you, at least half, if not more than half, of the people who shop there are women.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
they buy a lot of toys. I see them.
That's right.
They buy pops like crazy.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, yeah. Girls, yeah.
All right. And then moving on to a quick announcements. As always, Bird City and Team Nerd Herd. You can save 10% by using the code TNH10. Again, TNH10 as you check out. And again, there was a number of wonderful books today that we've talked about. Trish's Darkwing Duck, Ivan Tao's Darkwing Duck. So definitely head on over there to Bird City Comics and make those purchases. And don't forget to use that TNH10 as your code to save 10%.
Mhm.
And Big Rob?
Yes, sir. Also got a co-sponsorship here with Display Geek. Go onto their website, buy some of their buy some of their Funko Pop displays. If you're a first-time buyer and type in the word Team Nerd Herd, you save 10%. Type in the word Team Nerd Herd and you save 10% on your first purchase of their Funko displays. They're very awesome displays. They're very sturdy. They're very adaptable to your walls. You could definitely buy them and already built together in 3 or separate 3 different little shelves, and they're very adjustable. Jeff has a few of them behind himself, and I actually own some as well. Yeah, very, very affordable. Don't get suckered in and buy these stupid ass, crazy expensive ones that other websites they ripped off. They ripped off Display Geek, who's the originator of this idea, and they're selling them for like 10 times the price. So buy the originals.
There you go. All right, gents. Just also too for you guys in the chat, we are not going to have a show next week. I mean, it's December the 26th. We want to make sure that you guys spend time with your family and also do some shopping or returning, whatever you guys are doing the day after Thanksgiving, the day after Christmas, right?
It's actually the biggest return day.
Biggest one, yep, I agree. Yeah.
There you go.
Tons of sales.
We're all going to be busy. There's definitely, we're not going to have a show next week. So you guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to each and every one of you. Mike, hope you've been great. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
Yeah.
But you're fired.
Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Get the hell out of here.
Yep. You're fired. No, I'm just kidding.
Hit the shower.
Big Rob, hey, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you and Leslie for what you guys planned for us. The nice little Team Nerd Herd Christmas crawl that we did in San Diego.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you guys. Jeff, appreciate everything that you do, like helping us out with a lot of the spec, a lot of the Week in Geek stuff. Merry Christmas to you and to your 4-legged babies.
You mean my lazy baby? I don't see 4 legs.
And gentlemen, let me thank you for letting me be a part of this team for the year. It's been really great. I really, really do appreciate it. I look forward to this all week long. And it's really, really been a breath of fresh air for me to be on the show with you guys. It is fantastic. So thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Well, we definitely appreciate you, Mike, having you on the show with you and your family. I mean, Dale makes cameos and guest appearances. We love it.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. And you're raising him correctly. I love that he loves it.
He does. He really does love it.
Don't forget to thank the most important group here, the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course. And to the chat, Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays. Make sure to spend some time and be thankful for your family and friends. And again, thank you so much for being a part of our lives as well. Definitely love to see you guys in the chat. There'll be comments and everything. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I guess we'll see you guys in the new year, right?
2023.
Well, we'll have a lot of new things going on, and we're gonna I think announce maybe even later this week. Who knows? But we'll have a conversation. But there's some big things going on here. I actually think we're gonna have some new ideas for the show as well. Some special kind of one-offers. Instead of just showing you, incentives and store exclusives. So see, even hyper.
Good cool staff. Yeah. Give them a shout out.
Rudy, thank you. That means a lot to me. It really does. And Trish, yes, it's been great to meet you this year as well.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us every week, Trish.
Thank you so much for that book, Trish. I swear I'm gonna post it soon too. I really love it.
And I want to thank the folks that don't make it to our live shows and actually watch them on the rewind, because the majority of our viewership is on the rewind. So I want to thank you guys who actually consistently watch our show, and I appreciate your support.
All right, guys. So with all of that being said, Mike, please take us out.
If you want to do it right, buy what you like. Cover Horse for life.